Hi guys, welcome to the trade recap. Today I'll be going about the trade that I took in Thursday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the video on the trade recap that we took in Thursday because today is Wednesday, the following week after that week that we took a trade out. So today's recap will be in continuation of the former trade that we took on Wednesday in continuation for that which is Thursday. So today's trade on Thursday, or the trade that I took in Thursday, I was able to take advantage in the action of what the market has been doing on, or the trend of the market for the past few days or weeks right now. Market has been having these significant drops, and I was looking forward to take action in it because we could see that if, or my own analysis was that if we could take out the highs of the market, that we should and seek for more draws and liquidity on the higher time frame, like the daily time frame, and target off from that and capitalize off from that because that will be a huge opportunity and a huge gain from the market, following what the market is already doing, and it's like literally free money out there. And this is why I love day trading. Understand being able to use the skill that you already have to capitalize on it and follow and gain and take advantage of what is going on in the market. And that was what I was able to do to get me this high RR, which is like 1:11 on the trade that I took on Thursday. So let's go get right in on how I was able to take the trade, how I was able to get the my entry point, and how I was able to mark out my lows to determine where market will head to. All right, so coming into the market, we had this 1 hour high, all right. On top of that, we had this fair value gap, this imbalance right off of it. We had these 30 minutes lows, which wasn't taken pre-market, I think. We had a 30 minutes lows. We had this 1 hour low, which would have been our highest drawn liquidity because this was the only low that was probably for London session. Yes, that was probably or the last low that was right around there before London session. Then anticipating that market, ETH market, not necessarily that I had a bias or something. I was only anticipating that if we should take out the highs or take out any PY that we have at the highs of the market, that we should not just take out these lows, but market would definitely and most likely take out more lows. And we prompted me to use the daily time frame to seek out more draws and liquidity to mark out and to target for the day or for the trade that we took on Thursday. So I marked out that daily low, marked out this 4 hour low, and that was pretty much all that I marked out. And as you can see, market not only market take out the daily low, the market took out more daily lows consecutively, took out these daily low, took out these daily low, took out these daily low, and you see taking out more daily lows consecutively. Alright? So marking out all of that, we scale down to the 3 minutes to look for entries. So into the market now, we had we had market significantly tap into this fair value gap. All right, we have a week off from it. We had this breakup structure, this streaming breakup structure. Now, I didn't validate this streaming breakup structure because we had it pre-market. So I was only looking forward to take the trade only and only if market should take out the highs that caused this break again. And even before it took out the highs again, which was what I used to take my trade off from for the day, we had this sweep of liquidity. Right around here, we had this sweep of liquidity. Then we had this 3 minute breakup structure. Then we had this as our last price action that caused the break. Now, I didn't take a trade off of this because before market came back, it took over 40 minutes, I think, or 30 minutes. And it not only did it take so long to come back into our OTE or our trade entry, we now took out this high, so that invalidated this trade automatically. And then on top of that, we had an SMT on ES. We had an SMT on ES or S&P. We had this SMT, this 3 minutes SMT on ES, which was more than enough confirmations for me to not just invalidate the trade, but to take a sell off from this trade and target our initial points of target that we had pre-market. So off from that SMT and off from this 3 minute breakup structure we had from that, it's marked out the only confluence we had right on there, which was the other block. Then scaling down into the 1 minute time frame. Oh my days, where's the all right? Scaling down into the 1 minute time frame, bro. All right, scaling down to the 1 minute time frame, we have this fair value gap and this inverse fair value gap literally on the same spot. All right, more confidence for us, more confirmation to take this trade, to take this sell trade off from that. So I put my entries off from the bottom of the fair value gap and the highs above the liquidity, a little bit of the liquidity that of the candlestick that formed the fair value gap. And then if in terms of take profit, the same target, this 1 hour lows gave us a nice 1:4. Then the 4 hour lows will give us a nice 1:6. And lastly, the daily lows, which gave us approximately a 1:11. And it did take a long while for it to hit our TP or last TP target, but eventually it finally indeed hit our targets. So in terms of what I could have done better on this trade, honestly, I don't think I could have. There's anything that I did wrong or I could have done better off from, because we not only did we just use our or use the strategy at its best, but we were able to execute perfectly to get this good trade that we took today, and that was just it. And that was how we were able to. I was able to make this good trade that I took in Thursday, and so honestly, I don't think I made any mistake or I could learn from anything other than that. And I hope y'all could have learned from how I was able to take this trade today and implement some of these new steps and new confluences or something like that in your own trades personally. All right, and maximize the what you see or what you see. I mean, what you've noticed the market is doing. Just like how we're able to capitalize on the fact the market has been going down for a while, the whole trend that it has been creating, and the whole dump and everything. And I was able to capitalize on that, and that was what was able to make me have this high RR on the trade I took on Thursday. All right, so I hope you guys could have learned something from this. All right, we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.